You remember we talk about survival? You probably heard of that. And see, so life, I said survival is the same as life, see, being alive. And what life requires is to basically endless decisions, if you like, speaking in those terms, because endless or continuous, I should say, because ongoing, because it won't be endless, it'll end. But in any case, ongoing, do this or do that, manage this, handle that, etc. So every action you take, every thought you feel, every experience you have is, in a sense, making a decision. See, usually we look at decision, right? Usually we look at decision as, do I take the apple or the orange? Do I want chocolate or peanut butter? I can have both. Or whatever. Yeah. In any case, so we say that. Say, but in certain sense, it's like, should I do it or not? Doesn't look like much of a decision, especially when the motivation is clear. Oops, I got to get out of here. Oh, I got to this. Oh, whatever. See, it's like dum dum dum. See, but still, it is a decision. Yeah. You could not do it. You could not survive. You could not live. And inside of survival, like I say, it's everything. And inside of survival, there are things you could not do and still persist as a creature quite easily, right? There's all sorts of social things you could not do, including social altogether. You could drop the entire social domain. You could drop the entire language and still, exist. Say, you could, whatever. You could drop all morality. And so you wouldn't have to make any decisions in any of that domain because it doesn't exist for you anymore. So you could drop self-identity or parts of self-identity and something, you think, remember you're talking about if you have to be clever because you think you're a clever person. So you always have to struggle with being clever and you have to make decisions about, well, is this clever or not? Or is this a clever thing to say? You see, decisions again. Well, if you drop the identity of being clever, you didn't have to make those decisions anymore because you wouldn't have to be clever. See, so you wouldn't have to think, is this a clever thing? It doesn't make any difference. Maybe it is, maybe it isn't, but it has nothing to do with me, whether being a clever person, etc. Any part of it, any layer of it. And so you wouldn't have to make any of those decisions. Okay? So, like I say, again, how could it not? If you're doing it, you decided to do it.
Yeah.
Depends, once again, on how you hold decision.